My name is Tom O'Brien, and the name of our company is the HYM Investment Group. I'm going to talk about us a little bit more in 1 second. But my first job is to introduce our mayor, who's here today, which is awesome that she is here with us. Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to speak for just a couple minutes just to make sure that we all know that what we're doing here is we're acknowledging the great work that has been done by all of the people who have been on this building for over a year. There's been a wonderful group of people who represent the Boston building trades, men and women, for over a year, putting all of this steel in place, putting this concrete in place, putting all the different pieces in place to make this building go. So, Madam Mayor, if I can, just to make sure that I tell you, Local 7, the iron workers are here. I'm going to introduce Mike Doucette in a minute. How about the iron workers? Most of them arrive at work in the bucket under the crane coming up, right? Which I could never do. Local 103 is also here as well. We're going to hear more from Jeff Canny in a little bit about 103. We got the carpenters, Local 27. Also the North Atlantic State Regional Carpenters. Awesome. How'd I go? Laborers, Local 22. They're here as well. Thank you very much, laborers. And we couldn't get to this floor. We couldn't get to this floor if it weren't for Local 4, the operating engineers, the elevators, people who run the elevator. Thank you so much for everybody here. There are a lot more tradespeople, a lot more people who've been working on this building, but I just want to make sure that I shout out those groups. Now I'm going to introduce the mayor. So it's really hard to be mayor of this city. It's a very difficult job. And this mayor is doing that job right now. It's not an easy time to be mayor, and it's a very tough thing to do, but this mayor is stepping up and doing this work right now. And as I thought about this morning, and as I thought about the honor of being able to introduce our mayor to all of you today, I thought of 3 key things that I wanted to make sure that I conveyed to all of you. 3 key distinguishing factors about our mayor. The first is she grew up here. She's from Boston. She knows this city, and she knows all of the things that are great about our city, but she also knows all the things that are still challenges and things that we need to work on. That's the first piece. Second piece is she knows all of the great work that all of you do on these buildings is important to the future of our city. You create jobs, not only the jobs for the people in your trade, but also the jobs for the people who will work in these buildings, the tax revenue that comes from these buildings, all of the work, all of the good things that come from these buildings, you people do that work. And the last thing I would say is she is working hard, and she will continue to work hard for all of us, in particular to make this city stronger and better, in particular for the men and women of the Boston building trades. Thank you very much. Ms. Mayor.
Good morning, everyone. I want to thank you, Tom. I want to thank you not just for this project, but for your commitment to the city of Boston. I want to thank everyone who had a hand in putting this building together, and I'm going to start just by thanking. Do you hear that noise? Okay. I want to start by thanking a few folks on my team. I'm joined today by my Chief of Economic Development, Midori. Can you please hold your hand up high? I know Chief Dion Irish is here, so I want to acknowledge him and the work that he does every single day. Eddie McGuire from ONS. Where are you, Eddie? He's here somewhere. I also want to recognize the BPDA. I see Brian Golden is here. There are so many folks who helped us get to this point. And so in addition to the folks that I've named from City Hall, certainly the architects, the contractor, I want to really spend some time talking about the men and women who are making this building, who are building this building from the ground up. You heard, yes, we can give it up for the iron workers, for the carpenters, for IBEW. I also want to acknowledge NECA and the partnership between NECA and the IBEW Local 103. And I want to focus on that because there's a real commitment to make sure we're creating opportunities for women and for people of color in the trades. And when I look around, and I see the diversity on this work site, I could not be more proud. And to be proud to stand here with you because you are committed to making sure that there are good jobs right here with good wages, that this is a good benefits, and it's not just about good jobs. This is a career track. This is an opportunity to make sure that people have the wages, the jobs that they need to stay in our city. And so I love seeing that this building is union built and union strong for Boston. I love seeing the working men and women who are on this job site, and I love to see the pipeline. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was at IBEW Local 103 for the swearing-in ceremony, and just seeing the crowd of folks who are coming in and the diversity in that room. So this is what Boston looks like, and we need to make sure that Boston works for everyone. And Boston works for everyone when we support our workers. So I'm just really proud to be here to celebrate at this topping off ceremony. There are many people to thank, everyone who has had a part in this, Carr, you know, so many folks. I'm just so grateful that we get to be up here. I know, you know, you've got a tenant already. This is going to be the future home of State Street Corporation. And so many other workers who will be here in this building. I know the future of work may look different in the future in terms of office space. But Boston is a great world-class city, and we know that Boston is going to continue to grow and continue to thrive and be a place for all of us. And so this project represents that. It represents the hard work of how this building is getting erected by workers, by labor, by the tradespeople who are represented here, and also the future of work in terms of the tenants who will be here. So this is a great day to celebrate, to enjoy the luncheon, enjoy the music, enjoy the beautiful views. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Tom. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor. Amazing honor to have you here. So the next person I'm going to introduce is John Moriarty. John and his team at JMA. Where is John? I thought I had him. There he is. As usual, John is humbly sitting behind a crowd of people as I introduce him. For me, as I thought about introducing John this morning, I really just thought about the word friendship. John has been an amazing friend and advisor to our company, the HYM Investment Group, since we were first founded over 11 years ago. And John, to all of us, has been a wonderful friend, right? He's a person who builds these large, complicated buildings. He's assembled this wonderful team of people. We all love him, but we love him because he is so honest, so clear, so genuine, so wonderful with all of us. So I'd like to introduce my friend, John Moriarty.
Thank you. Everybody knows I hate public speaking. I do want to say thank you so much for being here, Madam Mayor. The vision you're already showing us, we need to keep going, guys. She's got 100 days in, another 100 before she's reelected. Let's not forget that she will be an experienced mayor when she's elected. I am the beneficiary of an unbelievable relationship with an unbelievable workforce. I have nothing to do with training any of these people, and they show up every day fully trained. If you look at the skill set that's here and that will be here as we complete this job, we do business along the East Coast. There's no place like the workforce in the Boston building trades, anywhere else. You guys have changed the relationship with contractors and general contractors from one of being adversaries to being partners. I'm the beneficiary of that, and the 300 or 400 people that work for JMA are the beneficiaries of that partnership. It's never been better. It's due to the leadership we have in the city, and it's due to the leadership we have in the trades. We look to a super future with all of you, and thank you all so much for making my job so easy. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, John. So next I'm going to introduce Oliver Carr in a moment. So on any building like this, there are a number of really important things, but among the important things that are really required are, first, a vision, a sense of what the building can be and how the building can compete and do well, and then second, most importantly, the steadiness of capital and the steady hand of a really solid investment team. And Oliver Carr and his team came along at a key moment for us, right at the time when we were trying to work this thing through and see if we could compete for a tenant like State Street. Oliver's team owns millions of square feet of real estate, office buildings in other parts of the country, including DC. We're so fortunate to have them here in Boston, and we are so fortunate, along with National, to be your first partner here in Boston, Oliver. So, Oliver Carr, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Tom. As usual, Tom is a very challenging act to follow, but we're really proud to be part of this project, and this is something special. This is a $1 billion project in the heart of Boston, and it's, we think, going to be a great place to work for about 4,000 people when it's full. And the design of the building, the amenities of the building are going to add to the fabric of this city. So we couldn't be, again, more proud to be part of it. There's a lot of thank yous for a building of this scale. But first, I want to thank Mayor Janey for the support of the city. And I want to thank our partners at HYM and National Real Estate Advisors. This partnership has been like no other. I mean, it's like we'd been working together for 10 years right out of the gate. So culturally, you know, things have worked out extremely well. Then the team on the project, JMA, you know, John's team have been absolutely first class. The design team, you know, led by Clark Pelly and CBT, have been fantastic, gorgeous building design. Our structural engineers at MaxSal, mechanical, WSP. I can't leave out our leasing team at CBRE. They're critically important. So the team led by John Barry. And buildings like this actually do take some money. And so we're very pleased to have representatives of both Wells Fargo and PNC today. So thank you very much for your support and the great construction financing you provided for the project. So hopefully I didn't leave anyone out. This is not a setting conducive to notes, but at the end of the day, this is about all the people in the construction trades that, you know, created this building and brought us to this point. And really, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you, because you worked through the challenges of COVID, something none of us have ever faced before. The team didn't miss a beat, and we're right on track to complete in 18 months. So thank you for everything you do every day. Without you, you know, we'd have nothing. Thank you.
Jeff Canny and National Real Estate Advisors. If I can, just for a moment, so our company, the HYM Investment Group, did not exist in the summer of 2009. In the midst of a recession, and as we headed into the winter of 09, 2010, you know, honestly, Doug and Paul and I, who I'm going to talk about in a moment, we were really nowhere. We were flat on our backs in that recession. But we were anxious to make a mark on Boston. We were anxious to make something happen, and we knew we could help out on this project. And Jeff Canny and the whole National Real Estate Advisors team believed in us from the very beginning, and you believed in us all the way through the last 11 years. We've loved our partnership with you. We can't wait to do the next group of buildings with you. So thank you very much. Jeff Canny.
Thanks, Tom. Hello, everybody. So we helped Tom get started, but he saved our ass on this project. Without Tom's guidance and hard work, this wouldn't be here today. It was about 15 years ago I first came and looked at this building, and I thought to myself, that is the ugliest building in America, and for sure it should have some big towers on it, and we'll get it done in about 2 years because everybody could see how ugly it is. So 10 years later, we finally got our approvals. Welcome to Boston. Did we have 1,000 community meetings? I'm not sure. But I'm the CEO of National Real Estate Advisors, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of the National Electrical Benefit Fund, which is a very, very large pension fund that is led by the IBEW and by NECA, the National Electrical Contractors Association. So we're in the heart of labor. We care about the people who work on our projects. We have to make money. That's our first goal. We have to make money because people are entrusting to us their retirement. Then we want to create jobs, good jobs for people like you who are trained and skilled and deserve a good job. We have respect and good benefits. And then finally, we want to improve the communities that we work in. We want people like Mayor Janey to say, come on back, bring your money, bring your skills, build something else in Boston. We don't want anyone to say, keep those people out of here, they're just a bunch of scourge. So that's what we're about at National Real Estate Advisors, and we're about that, and we do it all over the country because we have the support of the National Electrical Benefit Fund and the IBEW and NECA. So we're very honored today to have with us, unusually, a trustee of the National Electrical Benefit Fund, who also happens to be the Secretary-Treasurer International of the IBEW. And nobody cares more about labor than Kenny Cooper. He's worked in labor all his life. It's because of people like him, the people who came before him, that the people who are working today have their jobs here. It's why this building's here. It's why the community is better. Please give Kenny a huge welcome for making this happen.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to speak to the workers out there because I normally do that. Make no mistake, I'm an inside journeyman wireman with the suit on. And one of the things I always mention, you are the heart of every city. Union labor is so important to every community. I got on a plane this morning and flew here from Washington, D.C. I lived in D.C. for the last 16 years. And everywhere I go, I need a ticket. This morning I got a ticket to the airplane to get on, rode the metro into there, and got here. But today I want to talk about the most important ticket I ever got in my entire life. It's my journeyman wireman, my yellow ticket that each one of you guys all carry in your pocket. That ticket is the ticket to the middle class. And thank God for the people that's trained and understand buildings with your hands and what you do. Without you, this couldn't happen. I'm very proud to serve the National Electrical Benefit Fund as a trustee there. We have about $17 billion worth of assets. And we try to invest in communities that invest in their people. And we're very proud to be a part of Boston. So thank you very much. With that, speaking on Boston, I have the honor to introduce Lou Intl, the business manager of Local 103. Lou?
Thanks so much. Kenny, thank you very much. Tom, thank you. And certainly to the Honorable Mayor of Boston, Kim Janey, thank you, Madam Mayor, for being here as part of this this celebration. And I want to thank our team, the IBEW NECA team that's building this project, that's powering 1 Congress Street, along with the rest of the team that's powering Boston every single day. Thank you, David, Wayne, your whole entire team here at 1 Congress. They couldn't put the lights on here without you guys. Not only, thank you, yep. I'm glad to say not only are we powering Boston and building buildings all over this great city, but we're powering the neighborhoods in every single community in the city of Boston. And we're giving everybody of every race, creed, and color the opportunity, the American dream. And the American dream is to make a living, to feed your family, and to go home safely at night. And no one does it better than the Boston Building Trades. And I'm proud to be a part of the Boston Building Trades. And I'm proud to be representing all the hardworking men and women of the IBW. So thank you, Tom. Thank you, Mayor Janey. Thank you, John, very, very much. And we're proud to be here, and we're proud to be on your project. At this time, I have the privilege of introducing our partners in the industry. Without Local 103 members don't work, they don't exist without our partners at NECA. And we couldn't ask for a better partnership with a better team and with a better leader than Kristen Gowin of NECA. So I'm proud to introduce Kristen. Thanks, Kristen.
I'm going to stand back here. Thank you, Lou, for that introduction. And I think I'm the last speaker, so I'll make this brief. First of all, we greatly appreciate you being here, Mayor Janey, to commemorate this very important day for everyone. This is my first topping off experience, so I'm very excited to be here, mostly to celebrate the work that's been done over the last several years. We certainly recognize all that's gone in and the challenges that have taken place over the last year plus. And we appreciate the workforce here, particularly our primary electrical contractor on the job, Jane & Brown, and their team with the IBW Local 103, and the hundreds of building trades people that have come to work every day to work productively and safely. So congratulations to all of you. We look forward to seeing the final product that will certainly be transforming the Boston skyline. And with that, I think I'll turn it back over to you, Tom.
Thanks, Kristen. I just have two more things to do. One of them is going to be to hand it to Mike Doucette in 1 second. So Mike, but if I could, just by virtue of the fact that I'm holding the microphone, could I have Doug Manns, Paul Crisali, Diane Crisali, Tricia O'Brien, and Dorette O'Brien to just come stand here for 1 second? Come on, quick. You got to come quick. Diane Crisali is the woman in the hat, which is awesome. The three of us, Doug Manns, Paul Crisali, and myself, are HYM. It's an amazing, amazing partnership. These guys are my close friends. I work with them. We have, as I think about this, we have weathered the loss of a child in our family. We've weathered illness of a child in Doug's family. We've weathered illness of a spouse in Paul's family. But we've also celebrated births and new adoptions and new members in our family, grandchildren. And this building has really been part of our efforts all the way along the line. So Doug and Paul, I love you guys. I love coming to work with you guys every day. Miss Ingrid, wish you were here. Tricia, Diane, thank you for supporting us all the way through this. Thank you, guys. Awesome. All right, Michael, where are you, Mike Doucette? Local 7, you guys put all this steel up. Mike Doucette, business manager, Local 7, is going to bring us down the business agent, I'm sorry, is going to bring us home. Is going to bring us home. Michael.
Welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. What a fantastic day. You get a better idea of the view that we get every day in our office. So I did bring my notes. So let's get this underway here. Welcome and good afternoon, everyone. I am Mike Doucette, the business agent for the Ironworkers Local 7. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us at this topping off ceremony for the 1 Congress Street project. While more hard work is still yet to come, we take part in this long-standing historical tradition that recognizes major milestones and honors the men and women that have been working together to get this project to this point. Many of us here today are familiar with this topping off tradition, while some of others, this might be their first of many throughout this long, strenuous career. One thing's for certain, we'll all remember this placing of this topping off beam as a testament to the incredible achievement that we've accomplished in the midst of this unprecedented challenge, being COVID. Thankfully, this is lifted. We can start to literally breathe again and go back to our normal ways. So first and foremost, I'd like to recognize and celebrate the outstanding fortitude of the ironworker. Slurry Walls, South Coast Steel did an outstanding job to get the foundation rolling. Tommy Lund and Lund Rebar busted rods right up to the core. J.F. Stearns and his team been putting that structural steel together day and night. TNT's in here now to do the missed metals, and Benson Industries hanging the curtain wall, making this building pretty. They'll be here for a while. While everyone has exhibited their usual high standard, I knew I was going to get that wrong, the usual high standard and the quality workmanship for which our membership is renowned. You've also stepped it up and adapted to these recent challenges in a remarkable way. And it would be remiss not to thank Kenneth for overcoming the many obstacles to ensure the steel supply, the needed steel supply for this erection. A big thank you to the Mayor's office. Madam Mayor, your presence is always welcome. And first 100 days has been phenomenal. I like what was said earlier. We got 100 days to get you elected, so welcome. Also need to remind the BPDA for what they do. This project approval, I know it was many meetings to make these meetings. Let's wrap it up here, right? John Murray, a special thanks to HYM Partners, Mr. O'Brien, Sean Moriarty Associates. It's been a great partnership. And I'd be remiss to forget our friend Matty Trainer doing all the work in the background. So let's get that beam up in place. Thank you, everyone. Be safe.
Thank you. Awesome. We'll see you for a ribbon cutting around January 1, 2023, right? Well, maybe we'll have the ribbon cutting a little early, but 2023 we'll be moving State Street in here. Thank you, everybody. Please eat the rest of the food, grab a T-shirt. Really great. Thank you, Mayor Janey. Really appreciate you being here.